What's up, guys? It's Drac, and with great power comes great Nerf blasters. So this is almost certainly going to be along the line of all of our movie tie-ins. First off, huge thanks to my friend Greg here. Greg went ahead and decorated the box with and Spidey having his Spidey sense activated. So I really appreciated that. He sent this to me a little while ago, and I've been waiting to enjoy it until the movie came out, and the movie has just come out. I don't know when this video is going to launch, but the movie's coming out. So I might even do a little vloggy segment at the end of this. I have no idea how that's going to go. But inside here, and I played with this at Toy Fair at first, we have I'm Squishy Ghostbusters. That's right, Greg does a bunch of charity work with the Ghostbusters sort of cosplay community, I guess. They're a lot like the 501st in that they have their own thing. This looks like a really cool sticker, though. I want to be very careful taking it off. So that does not come standard on all Spidey blasters. However, it's got some sweet Ghostbusters swag on it. Set those aside so that I do not lose them. So, this is the Rapid Reload Spider-Man HomeComing blaster, and it is a wrist-mounted blaster, and traditionally these have been really, really bad. This kid looks like he's having a good time with it. That's actually really cool how Spidey's upside down on this box art, and then it shows that there is a belt attachment that allows you to rapidly disconnect and then reload basically a Smart AR barrel unit for it. So you've got the eject feature here and the fire feature. I'm pretty sure that there is a priming mechanism in the back, and that's what allows you to prime it, and then you fire it Spidey style. So it's not a web shooter, although the darts are very unique, very special. They are webbed darts. I do not think that they'll be sold separately either. So like if you collect darts, and I know that that sounds crazy to 99.9% of my audience, but I also know the 0.01% that does collect the darts. So I will mention that there are a variety of special darts that have come out over the years, and these are some of them. So let's go ahead and start relinquishing this.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
So indeed, for the purposes of the display, this has two cardboard things in it that just keep them up and out. So we can now officially seat these. These are going to probably have the same sort of thing going on, little cardboard posts, and now we can fully seat these darts into the web shooter apparatus. So as far as this in and of itself goes, remove the rest of the twine and start trying to put it on. So these are going to slide up like this. I will put it on my dominant hand just because that's how I'm used to shooting all variety of blasters and things. That's going to let me reach it if I lock in like that. Go ahead and put that into place. Woo! And then this into place. It's already kind of like pulling hilariously, like this is a toy designed for children, so this will not be an issue for most people, but it is grabbing my arm hair something ferocious. If I had gone the goofy clickbait route with this video, I would be in a Spider-Man costume right now, and I wouldn't be having that problem. The mosquitoes would also probably be leaving me alone as well. These flaps just flap down to make it a more consistent package. This again is the priming mechanism, and then this is going to fire. You can see where this connects to its Smart AR system up here, and that's going to fit into these dart chambers. Now, I would have liked to have seen 3 of these included with the blaster because you can store 2 of them in here. And the way that that works is that these go in here, and then when you are done with the blaster, right, you can disconnect it by pushing one of these things, and I've got to think about which one it is. I think you push forward to disconnect, and then you pull back to prime the blaster, and that is indeed how it works. But the neat thing about that is that if this is on your belt, right, say this was my hip and it was sitting on my belt, then after I've disconnected, I can come in and just slam that home to be reloaded. So it is in fact a rapid reload blaster. Now the ranges are pretty poor. Those are decent shots for like a jolt, I suppose, but we're realistically only getting about 25 feet. That was a 15, 17 foot shot with a slight decline. Now, there we go. We will disconnect, reconnect, keep going. Pew! So again, this is like one of those cosplay blasters. I do not think that this has the same potential as the Guardians of the Galaxy blasters to be super valuable later on, because the Spidey web shooters almost never wind up being crazy valuable. By the time they're spent, most people are done with them. However, this is one of the cooler ones in that it does not also include a web shooter gimmick. This dart has been eaten by ants, but we will try and fire it anyway. I liked the web shooter gimmick a lot when I was younger, so this is kind of disappointing that it doesn't have that. However, that makes it a much more focused, much better Nerf blaster. I wish that it disconnected the things with a little bit more force, but I guess you do not want them flying off. So let's try Koosh darts here. That was a terrible shot. That was much better. And not so great. So I could keep going with a bunch of different waffle tips, but that is a pretty basic review of this blaster. Do I recommend it? I mean, it's awesome if you really like Spidey and really like Nerf. However, it is not a good piece of Spider-Man memorabilia, as it will not accrue value over time, and it really isn't like movie accurate or anything for like cosplay, so I don't recommend it if you're just a Spidey fan, and simultaneously, like, it is a very expensive, very terrible Nerf blaster. So as much as I'd love to tell you that there's a place for this, it's a really, really niche Venn diagram that this overlaps into, and I can't recommend this to anybody that I know personally. Most people that I know who are really big comic book fans are actual comic book fans, and people who are Nerf enthusiasts want good Nerf blasters. So I don't recommend this blaster. However, I am glad that it exists. I think that children will like it, but I doubt that any child would pick it up of their own volition. This is probably going to be a birthday party gift for kids who really like Spider-Man. Well designed, cool concept. I'd love to see it brought into a blaster with like real power. I still think that the Spider-Man vs. Venom vintage web shooters are the superior Nerf blasting web shooter, as they do have air tanks and they are a much more powerful blaster in that regard. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick review video. Much love. Nerf on. Web out.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread?